I am making a chicken parm with no carbs. I'm half Italian, so I have some very early memories of my dad. He would always get chicken parm at the restaurant. I was diagnosed with celiac in 2002, and the first thing you have to do is cut out all gluten out of your diet, and that's a lot of Italian food. I had to figure out a way to make my favorite chicken parm gluten-free. Other than a couple of restaurants in New York City, I've never been able to find gluten-free out in the wild. And now that I've cut out all grains, you definitely can't find that out in the wild. However, the secret with a good chicken parm is that it's actually really easy to make. You can make it for a weeknight meal and your family will be like, wow, and they'll think that you've gone all fancy on them. So first we're gonna start with some nice trimmed chicken breasts here, boneless, and what we're gonna do is pound them out using some wax paper. We wanna pound these to about 1/4 to 1/2 inch thin. Okay. This guy's pretty thin, it's about 1/4 to 1/2 inch thin. This guy's still pretty thick, so we're gonna start over with the second one. That's a big one. I'm gonna use real olive oil, and I'm gonna go ahead and start to heat that up. I put in 2 to 3 tablespoons. You can use more. Keep your olive oil at your side because you're gonna use more, because for some reason, as you cook this, it just sucks up all the olive oil, so you're gonna keep adding that. I'm gonna season these guys with salt and pepper, and I season them well. Don't be afraid. I'm gonna make these coated with almond flour. You can use crushed up pork rinds as long as it doesn't have any flavoring added. I'm gonna add the flavoring, about 1/2 teaspoon each of onion powder and garlic powder. I'm gonna whisk this, because you see when you pour the almond flour out, it comes in lumps, right? So you just kind of wanna whisk that in. You should use about 1 cup of almond flour per pound of chicken. Now, let's just coat this. I'm not gonna do an egg wash. Let's start to get this coated. I'm gonna make a huge mess. Don't worry about it, you guys. Don't get stressed like I'm getting stressed right now about making a mess in your kitchen. Because if you're cooking, that's what's gonna happen. Now, see how this one is just sitting in there and that one's not quite ready yet? But look at the pan. It's starting to get bubbly. We're gonna do the sizzle test. So I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of almond flour in there, and you see it sizzling? That means it's ready to start frying. So let's just go ahead and get it going. There we go. Having to cook grain and sugar-free has made me much more creative. I want this food to taste really, really good. Being able to cook this way and get a really nice meal on the table really quickly is just so gratifying. I don't want anybody to feel like they're on a diet, because that sucks. Being on a diet sucks. You gotta keep your eye on the heat. This is the only high maintenance part of this. But the good thing is, you don't want to burn the almond flour on the outside. But you see how in between the chicken, it's already starting to get kind of brown? You can roll it around like this, let the oil get the edges. This is gonna be a beautiful chicken parm. Sometimes I like to do this trick, you guys. I go like that and just drizzle a little more oil, and then we flip. I'm gonna do these little guys. See, those are starting to get, of course, the little pieces cook faster. You probably should put those on at the end, not the beginning, like I did. When it starts to get done around the edge of the first side, that's when it's time to flip. It is more delicate than when you're using regular flour. So you wanna just gently flip everything. There we go. And you can see by all the almond flour and the foam in there how much falls off in the process too. It's okay. We're gonna let this go for a couple of minutes so we know it's pretty much done through. It doesn't have to be all the way done through. I love the little baby pieces. They're like nuggets of deliciousness. And I have preheated the oven to 400 degrees. This guy's good. See, I'm gently taking it off because I don't want to ruin the almond flour coating. I'm gonna put that on that side. Here, that's a prettier side. We'll put it on the pretty side up. Now I have pre-sliced a ball of fresh mozzarella. I prefer a liberal use of cheese. I like to put a lot of cheese. I'm a cheese libertine. If this is too much cheese for you, or if you're triggered right now, just pause the video, fast forward, whatever you need to do. It's gonna be nice. You just wait. Okay, sauce time. Yeah. That smells so good. I wish you guys could smell it. Look at that. Look at that. Of course I'm going to use Eat Happy Kitchen marinara. And you're definitely still welcome to make it from scratch. Very easy to do. I have the recipe on my website. And then I'm going to do a little bit. That's about half the jar. That's quite a lot. Let me just do a little bloop on the top of these. I'm going to put this in the oven at 400 for 15 to 20 minutes, and it's going to be done. And we're going to eat it, and the crew is going to be happy. Okay, here we go. We're going to put this in the oven, 400 for about 15 to 20 minutes. You can put it in longer if you want to really get it nice and bubbling. And we'll check in on that in a few minutes. I always made my sauce for the past 25 years from scratch. And then after having a podcast, I had a listener call me and say, let's do your sauce as a product. We now do 5 different flavors of my sauces. Okay, here we go. Ready? It is ready. Oh my God. Piping hot. We're just gonna let it continue to cook. If you ate this right now, you would burn your face off. And I don't want anyone to burn their faces off. Just a nice little touch. And this is your grain-free chicken parm. And if you notice, look, the basil already is turning, so really only put those on right when you're about to serve it. I'm just trying to make it look pretty for you guys.